did they agree on the location? I thought Baba wanted a different location and they wanted.
Baba said UCH. Baba said UCH.
But they didn't want that though.
Ma'am?
No, they agreed on 2 different locations.
They agreed on 2 different locations.
She said that the case is closed because the judge has told them that, okay, go and do it in this and this place. But then when it was time for them to do it, Baba said again, Baba called them again, I know, that he wants to do the case again, that he wants to take it now to do the whole DNA this thing abroad. You know what I don't feel about this whole thing?
If they don't say that, why would they get money? They need more money
I feel
now.
about wait, I want to say something. What I feel about this whole thing is, you see, Baba, he's going to drag this DNA for as long as possible, if possible to 2030. For you guys to keep donating, keep donating until you are tired. Until you are tired, you will donate, you retire. You will donate, you retire.
Another good for me.
Madam Coco, can I ask you this question, ma'am?
That good for me again.
Can I ask you this question? In this issue of DNA, do you think it is right, after the court has given order for them to go ahead, for one party to still be delaying that exercise?
No, they gave them order to go ahead, but they still have to come in an agreement, and they weren't agreeing. So I don't understand.
Which agreement are you talking about?
Did you watch the video at all? They already made an agreement.
I watched it.
There was a conclusion.
Wumi said she wrote the lawyer saying that she wants to do her own too separately, and then that's when the lawyer replied that is no longer, which means the event recently happened, because it's just recently that. So,
but what's wrong in her doing her own separately?
She can't even do it separately.
That's why we have to wait for Baba to see.
Wait. If she agrees on doing it where Baba wants, but she now said, okay, after doing it where you want, I want to do it separately too. So what is then?
Separately she's talking about is because they are delaying her. She now said she will have to go back to the court, that the court should give her a go ahead with a
in my opinion.
Do you know that? Hold on, man. Do you know she said something? She said something which is very germane. She said, after I do it, I will have to tell the court to compel me to publish it openly to the whole world to see.
All these people are not hearing that thing they are saying. They are not hearing all those things. See,
in my opinion, everyone should be allowed to do this, and then they can compare the results. So what's wrong?
I mean, for her to even agree that the court should compel her to publish a report openly is not something that should be applauded.
I have to hear from Baba. I don't know if that's true. That's what she said.
You have to hear from Baba again.
Please, can Pretty Nifi...
Nothing you want to say.
Hold on, Jay, please. Can Pretty Nifi say something? She's been coming up and down. Pretty Nifi, do you want to say something?
Yes, so good morning. Okay. They said they have been bullying Wumi since. Baba is the first person they first bully. Baba is the first person they started bullying before Baba speak up. And people were not like, okay, this is what this man is going through. He's not Wumi. So all this one that Wumi is saying now, we can't accept it. Wumi should come out with her evidence. And number 2, why did she ignore the AIG invitation? Why?
Oh.
Is that part of your interview the other today? We are discussing interview.
Wow.
Interview.
Can
you say something about the interview? Can you say something about the
interview? Amy, I want to see what happened.
Dúró sílẹ̀ yìí lórí kò sí kankan tẹ́ fẹ́ sọ ẹ wo ọjọ́ ìdílẹ́ta wọ́n dúró sílẹ̀ yìí lórí kò sí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe fẹ́ explain ẹ̀ kò sí both side ibi tó wò yẹn lọ́wọ́.
ẹ mọ̀ kan tí mo observe ni pé ṣé ẹ rí ẹ.
I swear, Miss Bukky, you're right.
ẹ mọ̀ kan tí mo observe ni pé you see a lot of us àti allow kí wọ́n push narrative fún wa. That narrative, OTJ can bias mind. That even when somebody is saying the truth, as long as that narrative wants to push CYA, go in line, they will not accept.
Oxygen.
Number two, hold on. Number 2 is the fact that because we have biased mind, even Tabafe go interview, a lot of people don't sort of want to go interview. Kinto was okay. okay, I had to go and sit down and watch that interview from A to Z. So that my first sorrow, in line with what was said. I won't be asked questions, my go dump. So I think I will urge a lot of us, go back and watch that interview with an open mind. Not with the mind that you want to come and force.
But you guys, you two are also being biased though, because all she did was
Can you mention?
I want
to ask you,
mention where we got
I want to ask you one question. Can you mention my own bias? Can you mention
my bias? I agree with whatever she said. Baba will have to come and debunk it. So you're being biased by wanting us to believe her what she said.
I never say you should believe. I never say you should believe. I never say you should believe. I only ask you a question.
Ordinator, please. We are not being biased. Ask me why.
Okay.
We are not being biased.
I want to say something to what she said.
The reason why we are not being biased is Baba has been talking for so long, and we've been listening to Baba for so long. So she coming now to talk about her own side is not being biased again. We are now seeing where the fault is coming from. And when we have to talk
so who told her not to come out when Baba has been talking for so long?
She has to keep quiet. When she came, as at that time, if she came
you cannot even tell her when to talk or when not to talk. She has decided to come outside now. So that's her own time. Oxygen, I wanted to say something on what you said.
Thank you, Jay.
You said it's the thing that people are saying that's poisoning their mind. So I want to tell you, when before I was not in this whole justice for this thing, I really don't know much about it, right? The first time I started with Justice Bumba, I started entering platform. I started from Buki JC's platform and Unovi music platform. You know how those two people crucify Mumie? So before then, I don't really even have into tone anything. Then I was already feeling like, who is this wicked girl that killed Mohbad? A wife, this thing. The same way I feel like how people are thinking. But during the whole platform, when they talk, when I had 1 + 1, 2 + 2, it's not really gelling in my ear. I'll be like, you are saying this person is killing, this person killed this person. And the way, Buki JC, I'll be like, okay, Aloba music too. Then afterwards, I started joining them Temi's platform, right? So I started gauging all of that. But the fact that I didn't allow Buki JC's platform and Aloba to poison my mind and turn blind eye to the opposite side. If not, you see this girl that just entered now, I didn't even want to talk about this thing. That's how I would have just been. So I'm just trying to buttress your point on people are just following what is trending. They are following what they see every time. They don't really know into what's happening. They don't know. They don't know. They are just following, because when you pick up your phone and you see Mohbad's wife that killed Mohbad. Mohbad's wife, Mohbad's son is this thing. Those kind of things, it poisons the mind. See what you see on a frequent basis, right, can poison your mind if you don't have much knowledge about it. So I feel like majority of these people.
Many of us have listened to that. I've watched the interview.
Did we not just
I've watched it.
Now, can we discuss that interview so that we can be on the same line? Can we force some of the things?
Somebody that asked about the interview is up, about the DNA, Mr. Wale Bolu, Mr. Wale Botsi for all. All right. You want to say something?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
Well, most of us following this thing. Personally, the boy is gone. Mohbad is dead. So, but all these things, everybody is cashing out on his death. Even Mohbad's wife and his dad still borders on one thing. Some of us are not sentimental. We don't have anybody we are following. But the death of his father, whether true or false, has brought this boy, is it Liam, to the public. So for the sake of that boy, Wunmi herself needs to make sure there's a closure. And many of us outside, we just want to make sure, do a DNA, let the court. If the court says go and do it, and one man is saying you cannot publish this, is that man above the law? So when the court asks you go and do something, just do it. But everybody in share back and forth. Ó máa stop now. Ó must stop. And a lot of people will, one way or the other, just to let it go, so that in the future, when this boy becomes somebody in life, the internet will not bring this controversy on his head and affect the life of a young boy. Well, if the women still feel like mama drag it, baba náà mama drag it, but mama cash out, but ọmọ yẹn máa dàgbà ńjọ́ kan, and questions like this will be asked. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ọ̀dẹ̀ ṣe máa develop the depression at the younger age. The boy is young. The boy is likely to have more exposure on early in his life because get age now what. And right from his school, tó bá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní law school, classmate ẹ̀ máa point hands lè ló níwájú ẹ̀, who is your dad? That is when the problem will really start. So whosoever is for Baba Mohbad or against Baba Mohbad, whichever way, all the groups involved should make sure, advocacy one way or the other, to make sure that this thing is done and find closure and stop it. All this interview, honest bunch. What is the come up to one arrange interview now? We may not arrange it. Baba Mohbad not arrange it now. So who knows who is actually telling the truth? That is the world we are living right now. But when we talk about facts, Toma go against facts. The fact of this matter is Mohbad is dead. That country, there's never going to be justice like getting someone that killed him. It is not going to happen in that part of the world. Everybody just needs to look for closure. Closure, then that's just the only thing I want to say. Whether they did interview, they do anything, DNA.
Mr. Wale, can I ask you a question, sir? Can we go ahead and do DNA without Baba involvement? Do you think it is right?
The court already pronounced something.
But what Baba come out and said that in Koto Lo fake?
That's why kò sí DNA complaint about máa lò. DNA test itself is a law. And any organization to bá ń ṣe, wọ́n mọ̀ pé àwọn gbọ́dọ̀ follow law. Now the only thing they can do due to HIPAA law, patient privacy and whatever, they may not make it like a public affair. But when a court orders it, bàbá ò ní right láti sọ pé òun ní gbà. The only thing tó lè wà ń bẹ̀ ni pé they may agree not to go public.
What if Baba contests the outcome of the DNA
originator?
Now, understand. So tí Baba contest the arrangement DNA, what will happen is very simple. That means the company tó ṣe DNA test yẹn, if they are very sure of it, pé nǹkan táwọn ṣe is true, Baba gan will be in trouble. When? Because I'm in headline. I know what I'm saying. Sorry,
Mr. Wale. 70% of these people, they are not as intelligent as you are. So this you are saying, they are saying it because you are intellectual enough.
DNA but Baba ti kọ́kọ́ come out ní fast sọ pé òun ò trust àwọn lawyers at hospital tó ń fẹ́ lọ ṣe, tó ń pick pé wọ́n fẹ́ lọ ṣe DNA. Sure, you understand?
Queen, it's not Baba that did that.
I've watched the interview.
Queen, it's not just Baba. Even she didn't want the place Baba wanted. So be fair.
So I'm not saying it out of context, but
she decided to use her vote.
I think the part she said was that the pathologist.
Can we
hold on. Baba said he does not trust his lawyer, and he's trying to change his lawyer, and he doesn't trust the hospital. Wumi agreed for them to do the DNA. So
wait, Queen Gold, hold on. Let's be fair in this narrative. Let's be fair.
I'm not
Mr. Wale, the bone of contention is A and B Mojo agree. See, because if I share DNA, that's just the bone of contention. Now, moving forward,
it has been addressed. It has been addressed. I think
hold on. I'm just trying to paint the whole scenario.
Okay,
Mr. Wale, if you get what I mean, if you want to say something, you can continue. I'm only trying to paint the scenario, just wrap it up.
Okay.
Mr. Wale, the bone of contention is
So imagine Wumi goes to one hospital and wanted to prove her own innocence and did that DNA and posted it. Will Baba not said, oh, irọ́ ni o, ọmọ àlè ni o, òun ò believe lórí kíní yẹn? Baba will still come and say the same thing.
Do you want me to say something? Excuse me, please.
Knowing him very well, he will come out and say the same thing.
Yeah, but DNA test is not blood sugar check. It's a law. Check gbọ́ mi. Bóyá bàbá yóò ní more understanding pa nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀. All they need to do is to agree whether Baba said he òun ní gba ilé. Of course, personally, anything done in Nigeria can be altered. I'm just telling you the truth. So
you are right, though.
Both of them may not really have faith in those things. All they need to do is to take this thing out. Only lost South Africa. I just think everybody is not willing to find closure on this matter. Really. That's what I just think. Everybody is not ready for closure on this thing. Maybe everybody is just cashing out one way or the other.
Mr. Wale, do you think it is right for them to give Baba sample assessment? Kó lọ ṣe títí ẹ̀, kí Wunmi náà lọ ṣe títí ẹ̀. Anyway, tó bá wù wọ́n.
Don't approve it by They cannot. Everybody. So, bó ṣe máa ń ṣe DNA with my own little knowledge. Let's say you agreed on company A.
Okay.
So, the other party can also agree on company B.
Okay.
Exactly.
Now, their lawyer can now say both companies that agree lórí must show them the process. Check pé wọ́n ti ń sin òkun Mohbad. So wọ́n sì ní a lot of DNA samples tán lè lò. Check get.
Exactly.
So all they need to do is that their lawyers need to be informed about each step. Get it. So Jerry, the DNA process gan team tó yẹ pé mi mo ní company tó ti fẹ́ ṣe DNA. Ṣé àwọn pé tí n bá ṣe tán, I still have to be affiliated to another sister company tó gbọ́dọ̀ cross check result yẹn bọ́n ṣe ń ṣe abroad nìyẹn o. You can't just I can't just go to your company. Bóyá mi mo ní company A mo kàn gba sample internally. They have to consult with another people. People have to sign on it. Can you understand?
Okay, Mr. Wale, now if the court have given order and pé kí wọ́n lọ ṣe kí two parties kí wọ́n agree and one party is not willing, do you think the other party should go ahead and do his or her own?
I think that should be now is in two things. Till the other party will agree, did they go back to the court? Èmi rò pé nǹkan tó yẹ kí court ṣe fún wọn ni pé kán fún wọn ní time slot.
Okay.
Within 3 months, this thing should be done and completed.
Okay.
So after
then should be firm.
Mr. Wale, after then, ó lè lọ ṣe ní ibi tó bá wù láti get the result láti publicize it.
Ṣé mọ̀ pé now that is what I'm now saying. Publicizing of results. That is when the law will now come in. So if Baba did not agree that the results should be out, so to the public, and Wunmi said, I want to make it public. Am I possible? Ki Baba sọ pé no, I don't want it public. And Wunmi said, I want it public. Get. Now, the question tí mo fẹ́ béèrè ni pé, bóyá Baba ní fear of unknown. What if the table turn and the result is actually against Wunmi? Will Wunmi still want to make it public?
Ṣebí Wunmi ló fẹ́ take a risk because ó dá lójú ni now.
It is an assumption. It is an assumption. Please don't come for him.
No, it's not an assumption. It's not an assumption. She said it in the interview.
Mr. Wale said in him store.
Nǹkan tí mo sọ lórí ní dáàbò, I am still on this show.
Jay, I'm saying
Which
for
is telling
Mr. Wale.
I want
Please
to
don't
ask you
assume me,
something.
no.
This email on your this thing, who sent it to Jude, please? This mail
Which
I'm
what?
Pork,
seeing on
yo.
your
It's pork. It's pork.
eh?
Pork. I got it from pork. Pork.
Who is
You know
pork?
pork now?
I don't
You
get
don't know
pork.
pork. So, more pork.
I don't know pork.
More daddy
Yeah.
pork.
That is York.
Ibi tí mo ti rí nìyẹn o. Wọ́n
Oh,
ní kékeré
Is what I
gbòòrò.
said.
no, I want,
No,
yeah,
I saw
they're
it on
just
its
bloggers.
platform.
They are
I saw it
bloggers.
on its platform.
Bloggers ni wọ́n náà.
They are
Please,
bloggers.
who are
Gbogbo ilé
bloggers?
ìtàn
Your
ṣe
daddy is
yìí.
not blogger now. Shebi your daddy is for Baba now. You call him
No,
bloggers. It's
they
not
blog.
bloggers now.
Ṣe bọ́n wà lọ́rọ̀ online tí wọ́n blog ẹni tó bá happen now. Ṣe bí wọ́n sì máa analyze ẹ̀ náà ni.
No, they are for Baba. But Kota no shame me bella. No
Àwọn
shame me bella.
eléyìí
The same
wọ́n bá
Just for
send
Baba now.
mail yìí.
same thing
No,
náà ni.
mail eléyìí just for them kò ń ṣe pé kò ní any relevance. They are not party to the case.
I'm just saying. None of them.
I
What do you
understand.
mean?
I'm not against you. I'm only just saying they're not party to the case. Àwọn náà control láti sọ pé on behalf of Baba àti collector sí bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn. She
This
understand.
mail is even real. Owó tó dá
Did you realize
kọ́
those are
competition
critical?
against Jude.
Our critical thinkers, man.
Wọ́n á máa dáwọ́ kú ni.
Àwọn justice.
I don't get
Those are
critical
the real
thinkers
justice.
again.
Our pop daddy now. What are you saying? You don't know those
Mi ò
people.
kúkú mọ̀ ìtẹ́ ìṣòwò ti gbé mi kúrò lórí
I don't know,
line.
justice
Ẹ jọ
wa náà.
ṣé wọ́n ti
Mr.
tán
Wale,
ni?
please
Owó
continue
ti
the
tán lọ́wọ́
analysis,
wọn ni. They should do
I want to ask
Mr.
a question. I want to
Mr. Wale, please continue, sir.
wa náà. Like,
For the death, for the cry of Mohbad.
like they will, some people will come forward and they will say they are involved in the death of him. Nah, it's that case is a cold case now. It's a cold. It's a cold case.
But do you know the guy has not been buried?
Yeah,
Still
but
in the
want to tamper with a lot of things now. To tamper with a lot of evidences. Stories are out
Jerry,
there.
nǹkan tèmi
is the inquest that is delaying the burial.
pé
No, it's not the inquest. It's not the inquest.
No, we
ni ó
say
yẹ
it's
kán
the
ṣe.
inquest because
No,
Mohbad
Baba
father
said
is-
if there's no
Mohbad's father
burial,
is-
there's no
Wọ́n
burial.
dẹ̀ kó close
Did you
case.
watch
Not close the case here because
video
Omo
from the
Liam
beginning to the
Tinubu
end?
in try to
The
protect
same thing tí Wùmí sọ náà nìyẹn. The same thing náà ni Wùmí sọ. Wùmí sọ
I'm
pé
telling you.
ọmọ yìí tó bá dàgbà pé kọ́mọ yìí bá lè má máa rí gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lórí
Wingo.
kọ́sọ́mọ ẹ̀ sì kéré
My
sí.
sister,
Don't
as
stress-
ọmọ
don't
yẹn bá
stress
ti wọ
yourself.
primary school làwọn èèyàn nínú class ẹ̀ ṣé mo pa àwọn ọmọ mi máa bá attend the class wọ́n á mọ who
Dáadáa.
àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ jẹ́ pé àwọn ọmọ tó ń bí ní ìsẹ́nu wọn yá gan.
But Mr. Wale
Sorry,
ṣe
I want
mọ̀
to say
pé
something.
tó bá
please.
ṣe DNA test yìí, there are some people that they will never still accept the reality. Do you accept
See,
that?
abeg, they are not important in the grand scheme
No,
of
hold
things.
on, please. Let's be realistic. Whenever we are talking, let's be realistic.
wọ́n máa ṣe DNA.
Whether we like it or not, even
Okay.
if the results come out either positive or negative, some people will still not accept it and they will still use it for the next 10 or 20 years.
Well,
Again,
are you
Because they are making money
including
off
that too?
it.
Are you saying that includes people on both
Originated,
sides?
wọ́n make owó.
did you hear me? I say either
Yes,
for or
platform
against.
one.
Either for or against.
Yeah.
Ẹ tí rí platform wọn àbí wọ́n make
Èmi
owó
ò mọ
lórí.
platform. Èmi kàn sọ generally
making money out
pé
of
either
this place,
either negative or positive. Whatever be the result, some people will not still accept it and that child will still be traumatized either way.
So ẹ wá rí nǹkan ṣe wá rí reason tí the issue of the DNA result remaining not to be public nìyẹn. That's why I said whosoever is advising both parties needs to talk to each other. You understand? A máa wò lọ́nà méjì.
It has to be public, oh. It has to be public, oh, because we know this public.
Ẹni
that-
sùúrù ẹjẹ́ kan sọ
We
ní
know
sí
this
wọn
public.
tó
that-
Hold on, let him talk now. Jay, hold on, let him talk.
Let's just assume pé ìgbà tán ṣe DNA result yẹn the boy belongs to someone else. If the man, because the fact is that Wunmi is the wife of Mohbad, so bóyá property tán jọ ń jalè lórí wọ́n ṣe máa jalè lórí lọ, but the fact is that girl is still the husband, is still the wife, so under the law olóṣì ni ó máa ní part tó máa gbà
Well,
kan
then she's
wọ́n
it's
ṣe
not legal,
customary
so don't
wedding.
even bring
Ẹ
that
máa
part
gbọ́.
in. That's
Secondly,
why she's
what
fighting
if
for her son.
what
Sorry,
if
Madam Coco, you said something. What did you say?
It's
She's
going
not
to
legally
interrupt
married
Mr.
to him.
Wale
So
What do you mean by
now.
legally married? So traditional
What
marriage
do
is
you
not
mean by
legal marriage.
legally married? Èèyàn ṣe
Oh my
What
traditional
are
God.
you
marriage.
people
Ó
saying?
nígbà tó bá lọ
No,
court.
what is
No,
she?
then
Mr.
Mr.
Wale,
Wale
Mr.
finish
Customary
the
Wale,
marriage
submission
now.
you want
ẹni
Èèyàn sanwó
sùúrù,
orí
now.
èèyàn ẹ sọ pé
ẹni
legally
sùúrù,
married.
Madam
Ṣé ó
Queen,
nígbà
ẹni
tó bá lọ
sùúrù,
court?
Madam Queen, ẹni
Oxygen
Madam
sùúrù.
Queen,
said,
Under
Mr.
Oxygen
the law,
Wale,
said,
is
ẹni
traditional
Mr.
marriage
Wale,
recognized? Yes or no?
Lord,
traditional marriage, is it a legal marriage?
why are you
Traditional
guys
marriage, is it
screaming? Can you
recognized in
talk
our
one
law?
at a time?
That's why I use the word customary
Is it
marriage now.
recognized in our
Sure,
law?
please
That's what I want to
manage.
ask you. Is it recognized in our law?
She didn't go to
Also,
customary courts. It was
No,
Customary
madam, oh, madam
marriage.
all the
Coco,
no,
hold
no,
on,
documents
ma.
she
no,
got
no,
from the
no, no,
court.
no,
Ẹni
Customary
no,
sùúrù, ẹ jẹ́
marriage
ká
no.
is
educate ara wa. See, we are here to educate ourselves. Me, I
customary
don't want
marriage
to
is
run. Ẹni sùúrù,
recognized.
If she was
Honestly,
legally married,
I
he
will
would have
start
been able
muting
to
you
bury
guys. Oh,
Mohbad.
where they
ẹni
So
sùúrù
join.
obviously,
náà.
she's not
Ẹ
legally
Finish one
married.
by
kọ́ ara wa yé.
one.
One
Our
after the
parents,
other.
our parents did traditional marriage. Are you saying they're not legally
If
married
she
to our
was
father?
legally
No,
married, she would have
that
been
is
able to
called Emma
override Baba
Bonisa.
and
That
bury
is called
Mohbad, but she
customary
cannot. So it's
marriage.
that
Now,
simple.
that customary
Under
marriage,
the
is
law.
it recognized in our Nigerian law? Ni mo
It's
béèrè.
under the law.
It
Ẹni
is
sùúrù, ẹ jẹ́ kí n fọwọ́ lẹ
recognized.
sọ.
Recognized.
Come on,
So
come on,
Why are you all
100%
screaming? Can you
recognized.
talk
Legal
one at a
marriage,
time?
court wedding gangan, ó supersede customary marriage.
Okay, good. That court
I
wedding,
understand.
Okay, now.
any sùúrù náà, ẹ má bínú. That court wedding, is it what they call white wedding?
They know the
No.
court
Yes.
marriage is the one that you sign document in front of a judge or a
And Wale, she didn't do
designate.
that.
Any sùúrù náà, madam, leave Wunmi out. Let's
Oh,
educate ourselves first.
can
We'll
I
come back
can
to
I say
Wunmi.
something,
Let Wale
Oxygen,
Now,
about
talk.
this court marriage?
no, any
Oxygen,
sùúrù.
please. I want to say something
understand
about this
something.
whole traditional
Now,
marriage. I
any
want to say
sùúrù.
something
Hold
because I have
on,
an
sir.
understanding about
Mr.
it.
J, hold on. Now, are we saying that our parents who married traditionally but didn't go to the court, they are not legally married to our father?
That's
I
what
mean,
we are
no one
wonder.
they're
saying.
fighting
Under
for.
the
No one they're
customary
fighting for
law,
property.
they are
Our parents, they
married
are. I
legally
mean,
under the customary
under
law.
the customary court, if they don't sign no paper, they won't be able to claim property. Is what I'm saying.
Yes.
But
They
okay,
can't
hold on,
claim
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
You're
Hold
100%
on
wrong.
now.
100% wrong.
Mr. J, hold on. Let me engage. If I engage, you can come in. I just want to understand. Once I'm done, I will keep quiet. Now, when you talk about that customary marriage, are you saying that none of our parents have inherited our fathers?
They've inherited
Desperate.
because nobody disputed.
See,
But there's a
Mr.
dispute here.
Mr.
So
Coco.
what
Okay,
are you,
now
what's
good.
your point?
Any
Let me
sùúrù.
answer
Mr.
you.
Wale,
Where
Mr. Wale,
under
listen
the
to
law
me.
can you prove
Ebi
this
mo
thing
ń
they are
béèrè
saying,
question.
Madam
Tí bá lè
Koko?
béèrè question, ẹ máa call me.
Take it too far.
Madam Coco, who is disputing? Who is disputing?
Wait.
Is Baba fighting for mobile property?
If you are living with a woman for
Any
a
sùúrù,
certain
Mr. Wale,
number
mo
of
kàn fẹ́
time,
béèrè last question yìí. Is
Ẹ máa
Baba
gbọ́ mi,
fighting for? Is there a dispute between Mohbad's property?
kí ló ń kọ́ sí kinní? Is it not because of property?
No, Baba ní pé wo jà fún property. Baba ti sọ several times now.
gbogbo
Irọ́
wọn
ni o,
kúrò
irọ́ ni,
everybody.
bàbá ń jà fún
No,
property yẹn.
Madam Coco, mo fẹ́ kí Madam Coco dá mi lóhùn. Madam Coco,
Property ni na.
is there a dispute in that property?
It doesn't matter. The point is she has no right to it.
No,
Because she's
Madam
not
Coco,
legally
answer that
married to
question.
her.
Answer that question now.
Oxygen, please allow me talk.
Obìnrin lọ́tọ̀ obìnrin.
Madam Coco, ẹ má bínú wa.
Oxygen mo fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀.
Oxygen, hold on. Ó yá, ẹ jọ̀ọ́, wọ́n bá ìmú ni. Oxygen, ṣé gbé kinní sọ fún mi?
Please,
Béèrè
let
question
me-
lọ́wọ́ Coco
Ṣé
mi.
gbé Uber mi ní ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ jọ
Let me talk, please, Oxygen. My voice can't go above your voice.
What?
See, I want
was
to say
asking
something
question
like,
before. Well,
this
it's okay.
wait, this whole traditional marriage thing.
Jay,
I
hold on, wait.
Wait
Jay,
now.
engage Mr. Wale. Let him finish his engagement. And then,
Before they skip this traditional marriage thing, let me say what I want to say.
That is what we are on now. That's what I'm
that is what
asking.
we're still saying now.
Okay, when you are done.
After him
I said-
is you.
I
After
said-
him is you.
Now, I asked about the type of marriage that is recognized in our Nigerian law. Now we have the customary one, we have the religious, which is Islamic or otherwise, and we have the courts, which is probably maybe it was not even known in our law until when these Western people came and imported into our law. Now we are not talking about inheritance or probably is it inheritance of our property when it comes to that customary stuff. Now I want to understand, maybe do we have any existing law that has been established that once you are traditionally married, you don't have right to inherit your husband's property? I want to understand if there's any law that has been established to that regard so that we can learn.
But it's not legal because she didn't sign.
No, you have not answered the question. Is there any law? Is there any law that is
you don't
existing?
know anything about it being legal. So don't conclude that it's not legal.
Is
That's
there
my
any
own
law?
point
Talk.
here.
Is there
Mr.
any-
I
Wale,
want to.
wait. Mr. Wale, please answer the question, please.
Well,
No, you see, asking Mr. Wale.
I'm not a well.
After
I would
Mr.
just want
Wale
to-
Braje, then you can talk, please.
Well, I just want to talk on my own layman's language. I know in this part of the world, they are the type of wedding be funny gan. Tóbìnrin bá beg for a certain period of time. Gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ bá jọ nígbà yẹn tẹ́ bá lè fẹ́ fira yín lẹ̀ tó fẹ́ lé kó nǹkan lé ẹjọ́ níní o wọ́n máa bẹ́ẹ̀ pọ́n yín. That is about this country I live in. Because you guys are living together.
Where do you stay?
I stay in Texas.
Okay, it depends on the state. You know that, right? Only
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I also stay in Texas, so I understand what you are talking about.
Whether you stay together for a few minutes, tó bá ti gbéra yín lọ court, tẹ́ bá jọ ní nǹkan on time yẹn ẹjọ́ máa pẹ́ ni. But let's come back to Nigeria. Under the public eye or under the whatever, Wunmi was married traditionally to Mohbad. Yes, there is no legal document signed. So imagine draw kini far. There was no legal document signed during traditional marriage. In fact, tabalowo to my customary marriage, there should be a document between two families that they exchange hands, which is also registered in court. None was done. But Wunmi has been living together for years. So we assumed they are married. Now, to Toro property bawa, both of them, we have to go back to court and contest.
Don't say years, so count the years. 1 year. They are young. Come on.
Okay, 1 year, but they've been together before
the marriage.
No, they
yes.
weren't together. He was living in Marlene's house, so don't say yes. They were
okay. Well, whichever way.
But Coco, they've been
together. They weren't
living
living
together
as husband and wife in their house.
Why are you talking like this?
Coco, táwọn máa sọnù wọ́n jọ ń gbé papọ̀
People
náà
should
ni.
let me talk.
Àwọn méjèèjì jọ ń lọ káàkiri wọ́n jọ ń gbé papọ̀ jọ ń gbé. Coco jẹ́ wípé o máa ń sọnù Naira Marley lọ gbé. Tẹ̀bí kí ní
I think I need to
ọdẹ jọ gbé nínú yàrá yẹn ni.
Sorry.
No, but you can't count that now. You can't be
I will
counting.
count it because they live together.
Kò count kini. Kò count kini.
So I want to say something, right? This traditional marriage thing. Okay, I have a cousin, a lawyer, right? He got married last year, December. He's a lawyer, but he got married traditionally. He didn't go to the court anything because his wife is supposed to travel to the United States. But for her to be able to do so, she has to be single, going to the United States. So basically, because they were able to marry traditionally, because over in the United States, they don't recognize anything as traditional marriage, right? But I'm telling you now that for traditional marriage, you have a right. What legal marriage gives you, right, are things like divorce. When you divorce, you have equal right to property, all of that, because you signed documents, all of that. But under the law of Nigeria, right, traditional marriage is a marriage recognized under the law. And when your husband dies and you're traditionally married, you have 100% entitlement to his properties. Please, before Mohbad died, if maybe all his bank, whatever, before they give birth to Liam and all of that, his wife is his next of kin. His wife
He
is
has
the
no
next
right.
of kin.
There's
His
no
wife-
legal document.
Hold
Stop saying that.
on. Can I come in?
What?
Be
See,
realistic.
hold on, right? For how long would you? Wait. For how long will you be on this platform for? I'm trying to wait for 5:30. Hold on, let me say something. Sorry, I'm coming. I'm trying to wait for 5:30 Nigerian time, right? I'm sure my cousin would have been awake by then. So I want to call him because he's a lawyer, right? So when you hear from the mouth of a lawyer, you know that because I'm very sure you don't know anything about the law of Nigeria, right? So you're just saying this
So
thing based on
if-
assumption. When you hear from the mouth of
So
a
you're
lawyer,
telling me,
and
oh,
a
so
lawyer
legally married,
Jay,
that
Jay,
person
Jay,
got married.
Jay,
Like
please,
somebody
please,
saying
He's not legally
Traditional
married.
marriage or customary marriage is recognized.
Ọlọ́run
under the
àṣàánú mi
law.
o lálẹ́ yìí. Jay, oh
Wale,
yeah,
recognize under
let's
Nigerian
good
law.
luck.
Wale,
Good luck wants to say something, please.
the property go to the children.
Please stay on the court till 5:30. I'll call someone for you.
Can we be decorum so we can learn? We want to learn. We want to learn.
The property goes to the children. But if the children are still minor,
Yes,
the mother
to the
can
mother.
be their guardian. And that is what Mr. Aloba is trying to do, to take custody of that child. So that he will be the one that
You
will
can't take
look after the
custody of
property.
a small boy
He
now.
can't take this thing, the customary of where the mother is around.
Let me talk now. At least let me finish.
She's telling us why Aloba wants to take custody.
Stop it now.
Decorum. She's telling us why Aloba wants to take
Easy
custody.
now.
Because
She's not saying she wants to do it.
Huh? Who is talking, please? I don't even have to wait. What
Please,
that
oxygen, go on the oxygen.
Good luck. No, sorrow. Good
No,
luck.
I'm saying that. Good luck. Go ahead.
Oxygen,
When
don't
you
worry.
listen
You
to
go
the
good. There was some
interview,
injury.
at least ẹ̀gbọ́n gbà tí gay woman yẹn sọ náà pé ó fẹ́ take a part of custody of the child. So that's what he was trying to do. So whoever take custody of the child, taking care of the child, will look after the property. The property goes to the children when they are still minor. When they are still minor and when they are adults. For a traditional marriage, it goes to the children, not the mom, not the parents.
Okay.
So that's how it works.
I think what I just want us to do is, as we are arguing, let us also learn. And if whatever we don't know, let's go and research. Because why I'm saying this is that it might be our turn tomorrow. Some of us are customary married. We are maybe we are traditionally married, and we don't understand this issue of law now. And we are like, no, it's not who owns inheritance. This thing might fall on us, and whatever we interpret wrongly might work against us tomorrow. So it is time for us to research. Also research and say, okay, I have a brother who is traditionally married. Because you understand? So we should also learn why we are debating the issues of others. So that's why I think what we are talking about should come in form of learning and education.
Thank you, Jerry. Ṣẹlẹ̀ bí ojú lásán ni Darosha lọ fi ṣe will you marry me? Ọmọlọ́mọ. Má sọ̀rọ̀ ìlọ jàre.
Because if not for this Wunmi issue, almost 80% of us who are here, or 70%, our parents are traditionally married. Even our to marry by court gone. Once in Jafogun, okay, well, Abati Wigwe Toku, Baba of 90 years, Ombama Wige 26 years, Jafogun. But if you look at it, the man is legally married to the wife. Once she court, but Baba is in grandchild here, Jafogun.
That's a different case. Don't bring that up.
No, we are talking about. Sorry.
Let me buy your MFM is sleeping. So probably, go on this thing and then I'll bring you up.
The whole point of this thing is that I'll say is whether you are married traditionally or you are married by court, if the husband dies, right, and he has children, and the husband doesn't leave a will that in the will the wife is going to take part of this, whether it's by court, whether it's by tradition, automatically it's the children that are sharing those properties. Except maybe there is now a will that say, okay, my wife is going to take part of this, whether it's traditional or whether it's by law. So in this case now, there is no will, but he has a son. So his son that owns the property.
So are you saying that if somebody marries by court and there is a will that didn't will the property to the wife, but they are legally married by court, the wife does not have right to that property?
And in the will, he didn't will anything to the wife.
Yes.
I don't think the wife has any right to that property if he does not will anything to the wife.
Oh, okay.
I don't know people that make wills and neglect their wife from it.
No, but if the wife can prove that there are evidence that Nigba Tonjon grow properties in all the assets, or not any contributions, then they can fight it in court.
Without even marriage.
That is the advantage. That's the advantage of what's the name?
Without even marriage, Abby.
No,
that's the advantage of legally. He must be married. That's the advantage of marriage. That is the advantage of marrying
without
legally.
doing the legal,
court marriage.
No, court marriage. Those are the advantages of doing court marriage because there are documents, there are things that follow it. Things like divorce, things like when your husband, you have rights to fight for things. When you do
okay, sorry, this religious, this Islamic way of marrying, does it have to do with court also? Does it have to do with documents?
There's no law that there's religious. There's no law that
the document church give. The document church give. Is this something that is binding?
Yes, see,
Islamic this thing. They give them certificate. They also collect certificate.
Is that certificate valid in court?
Yes, it is valid. Right?
My example, when I did my own wedding, me law court, church ni mo sign document. So there's a way they do it in Nigeria. Court the document on paper they must sign. That was actually what people go to the back to go and sign. I never stepped into the court, but I have a marriage certificate from the court. So there are some churches that arrange that. So they have a local government they are working with, and they can actually bring the court document on the date of your wedding, and you sign, everybody sign with a stamp on it.
Okay, now last question, Mabino. Now, if I'm legally married to my wife and I died, and probably my whole family came on my wife, do you think it's right for her to sue them to court?
Of course,
or she should just have said the father, okay, no.
Yes, now she cannot be the one to now
under traditional law.
Let's use court now. Do you think it's right for the wife to? Do you think it's right for the wife to sue the family of her deceased husband?
Yes.
Àwọn family ò tiẹ̀ ní right
láti. Wọ́n ní wò pé ọ̀dájú lọmọ yẹn, wọ́n ní wò pé ó sùn family ọkọ ẹ̀.
Wọ́n tiẹ̀ ní right láti ẹ̀ tí ẹja yìí ara wọn débẹ̀ yẹn.
Sentiment nìyẹn, ẹja fi sentiment síbi kan.
Ẹja yìí ara wọn débẹ̀ yẹn nìyẹn. Kí ló kàn property ní property.
Kìí ṣe tí o kí ọ̀dájú o, ó jẹ́ àfẹ́tọ̀ ara ẹ̀ ni o.
Kẹ́mọ̀, like if you go to the east, they have a very strong tradition there. And they no born you well as a wife for you to go against it. So there are some family even in Southwest that they have a very strong tradition.
So in the in the place of tradition and court, which one supersede? If the people say
the court is above everything now.
No, because what I'm asking this is that if the family say need tradition, wow, but Olori Ebi ló máa ń pín nǹkan. And the wife is like, I'm married to your son in the court way. Do you think she has right to sue them when they say this is our tradition?
Yes,
based on custom.
Yes.
Tradition.
Yes. She has
no law, has no superseding power over the court now.
Court this thing, yes, she has the rights.
She has the right.
So indirectly now we are now saying all of us are now agreed that court we should see documents whatever process of marriage we do.
It will be the proper way, but ẹ mọ̀ pé àwọn ẹlòmíì máa misuse ẹ̀ torí ẹ̀ ló fẹ́ di wàhálà báyìí. That was even the best thing tó dáa jù because confusion tó máa ń dálẹ̀ with if any one of them tó bá padà sẹ́yìn máa ń dá confusion lẹ̀. That was the best thing, but àwọn ẹlòmíì especially gender mi yìí àwọn ẹlòmíì máa misuse ẹ̀ ni ó máa lò ó máa fi blackmail ìgbà míì ó fi ń dọ́gbọ́n ó kàn mọ́mọ́ wá torí property ni ó ti wá jẹ́ kíkí nìyẹn dàrú but tá bá fẹ́ wà fair tá fẹ́ wà judgmental àbí tá fẹ́ wà bias the best thing tó yẹ kó jẹ́ gangan ni ti court marriage.
Okay, ẹ má bínú last ẹ wo question yìí I am Mr. Aloba. I am from Aloba family and I bought property and I use Mr. Aloba as I'm family olùkọ́ family wa ni gbogbo property mo wà ní Aloba family. Do you think that wife can claim that property when it's not Mr. and Mrs.?
But are they legally married?
Yes, they are legally married, but Owalo Kolo Mr. and Mrs. Olo Mr. Aloba
I know that is another problem
again. Automatically,
so
only share and bear.
no, because there's no misses. There's no misses on the name.
Kò sí Mr. and Mrs. Lórí ẹ̀ o, kò sí Mr. and Mrs. Lórí property
Aloba
o.
Nickelodeon. That's another
As you're buying something, there'll be
Going on
first
now.
name and last name now. What are you saying?
No. See, even Danshan, but tó bá kọ Mr. and Mrs. tó orúkọ woman yẹn ò bá wà nínú orúkọ.
Exactly.
They can still contest. Anybody can be Mr. and Mrs. now.
Exactly.
Okay, now ever wele see, they are married traditionally, but the property is Mr. Johnson and Mrs. Kinikon. All forúkọ òun àti West property, but they are traditionally married. Do you think she can still claim it as traditionally married?
Ṣé wàá rí ibi tí ìṣòro wà tó ń fa ní pé ká ní wedding tí bá di ṣe pẹ̀lú
Torúkọ ẹ bá wà ń bẹ òun ló ní náà.
Orúkọ ẹ bá wà ń bẹ ó sì lè ṣe.
No, kò lè gbé mi ò lè gba gbogbo.
Terry, mo fẹ́ dápọ̀ ẹnì kankan bíbí lórí social media yìí, but kíní yẹn ló jẹ́ kẹ́nìyẹn sì ń jàre dòní. Torí pé ńgbà tí wọ́n ṣe documents gbogbo nǹkan tó ń bá rà, wọ́n fi Mr. Mrs. orúkọ obìnrin yẹn wá, orúkọ ọkùnrin yẹn wá. So kò ní jẹ́ kí ọkùnrin yẹn ní upper hand pé èmi ni mo ra kíní yìí fúnra mi. Even though tó bá yẹ pé joint náà jọ ṣe mọ̀ pé ọkùnrin obìnrin míì wà tó jẹ́ pé òun ló máa fund kíní yẹn. Ẹ jẹ́ fún example, like we want to buy a land and I brought the majority money to buy the land, but my husband, I've given everything to my husband to register the land. Ó wá fẹ́ lọ korúkọ yẹn, ó wá kọ Mr. and Mrs. kìnìkan báyìí. Tó bá di ọjọ́ iwájú, automatically ọkùnrin yẹn lè claim land yẹn pé òun lòun ní. In as much torúkọ títí òun obìnrin yìí ò appear lórí ẹ̀ yẹn, ó sì máa claim pé òun lòun ní.
So in a nutshell, can you advise him, like for we that are listening, that we are judging other people's case? How do you think
do
we can
marriage? The advice.
Just do your
court marriage. Do court marriage.
No. We are talking about property now. Do you think it is wise for husband and wife to be using Mr. John and Mrs. Elizabeth Aloba property?
I think that depends on the relationship you have with your partner.
Exactly, and the trust you have for each other.
That depends on the relationship you have with your partner.
The trust you have for each other.
Because some people they are in a marriage but they don't trust each other.
Emma compromise.
It depends on the trust you have in each other. It depends on the relationship.
To put a name into it. Yeah, I have a question. What if I decide not to use her name and I put the name of my children on this property?
And even if you put the name of the children, you know the children will come of age before they can claim the thing. So automatically they will give the property to the woman to take care of it for the children to grow up.
No, we are not talking about
Mr. Wale, I want to make an instance.
We are not talking about
I want to make an instance about this thing.
We are married, but along the line there was a fight.
Okay.
So nobody's dying, but there was a fight. But all the property and assets are in the children's names. What will happen?
I think
it's for you. It's for you. When they are of age, you can give it to them because you use your children's name. The woman cannot claim it.
Shall you understand? That's why in this part of the world now, people are buying properties and they are not putting their wives' names on it again.
Some people are even putting their mother instead of their wife. Like this footballer now, Akimi.
And he said also buy property and not put the wife husband name.
If she likes now, it happens a lot. Mr. Man, I want to say something, please. See, there's a situation, right? There's a situation like a family friend, right? So the man he lives in Lagos, but then he passed away. He's a lawyer, a very big lawyer, right? And he has enough properties. He married 3 wives, right? We are divorced one, but he's currently married to 2 by court because he's a lawyer, right? So he died, but then when he died, in his will, aside because he has a big house in is in the GRA in Ogudu. So aside the maybe like one room that, because in the house now the wives have like one apartment there. Aside those one apartment that they have, nothing, no single pinch like this did they give any of those wives. All the properties are shared among the children that he had. So those ones they are married by court, they are married by court, but they can't fight that one. So are you telling me that those ones now, because they say I'm married by court, they will now go and meet, they will go to the court that when he share the property, see what he only give us.
There's a will already. You already said there's a will. I think that will now settle the whole thing. The will settle.
And that's what I'm trying to say, that when there is a will, because Mr. Wale was saying if there's a will, he was saying if there's a will, the wife can still go and fight for this thing. I'm trying to say I don't think it works that way. Once there's a will, there's a will.
But let us be sincere. In Africa or Nigeria, how many of us do will?
No.
People do will. People that are very...
No.
You have a will.
You have a will.
People do will, I beg. People do will.
Because a man under the law of will.
Funny. I want to know will.
Because a man fit pé ẹni tó bá fẹ́ kú ló máa ń ṣe will ní African mentality.
The problem is what you say is average. What you say is an average man in Nigeria.
Mr. J, see, let me tell you something.
Those rich men, they do have will.
Even if you write your will, there is a law guiding will too. Torí o kọ will, your lawyer has the right to go do due diligence. Ele tó máa kọ sí will pé wọ́n ni sole owner. Onele tó yẹ pé wọ́n nìkan ló rà ní o. You can't write your will with a woman that struggle with you and you refuse not to follow. So, tẹ́ bá kọ will yín, tẹ́lẹ̀ ní 10 properties. Your lawyer tó ń bá yín draft ẹ̀ máa lọ investigate the properties yẹn to make sure that it is in you. Ìwọ nìkan ló ní. That's only when it's in the will. So am I twisted pé because it's there?
I understand that part.
Get you understand? So the woman still has the right to go and contest any will that she knows that we labored together on it.
No, but in this, no, hold on. Now I'm not getting something right. Do you know there's difference between we labored together on it? Wait, there's a difference between we labored together on it and I may get this property, right? You can be with a man, you suffered with him while he was trying to build up a house, right? But the land of the house is in the man's name clearly. Every document of the house is only in the man's name clearly. But you suffer together. Now two of you now suffer to build this house. But at the end of the day, when he died and the whole document is showing this is only in his name. Will you tell me you can go and contest that?
That's why I'm saying that.
What are you contesting about that?
The lawyer to fair call will I find out all this information and advise his client? Yes, we can put this name in the will. Hey, get it. The
thing is, why don't you say is
go and investigate that this thing that you wrote down? No. Okay, let's say o kàn fi pon fẹ́ fi punish a woman yẹn kò kàn forúkọ woman yẹn say anything. I can wá kú àwa ka will ẹ wá rò pé under the law. The law will not allow him.
No. What I will expect you to say is the lawyer can like verify the name on the document.
That's what I told you now.
If he's the only person on the document, right?
Law. Before a will is into law, your lawyer must find out that it is your property that you are writing
now. My point is in a case where the document has only the husband's name, right? But then it is both of them that is their sweat that they used to build the house. Does the wife have any right to contest that property?
Yes.
Bear in mind, in the document, it's only his name.
I will give you an example. I have a friend in Texas now. Ìgbà tó ra ilé ẹ̀, òun àtọkọ ẹ̀ ń jà, but she bought the house. After tán tó ra ilé tán náà parí ìjà wọn. So the husband moved back into the house. She now told the husband that, okay, since we want to have peace, be paying for mortgage. The husband paid for that house mortgage for 2 years. Now they eventually scattered. After 5 years, Tanti depart. The husband is now back in court, compelling the court to sell that house because wọ́n san mortgage lórí ilé yẹn for 2 years. Ṣé pé matter yẹn ṣe wà court by, and the way things are going, the court may force the woman to go and sell the house and give that man his share.
ẹ mọ̀ pé law abroad nìyẹn, ẹ jẹ́ ká mú wá sí Nàìjíríà.
Reason tí ó ṣe ṣẹlẹ̀
Mr. Wale, okay, ask.
Reason tí ó ṣe ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà máa sọ fún yín. Somebody wants to do.
Ṣé evidence wà ń pé máa yẹn ló sanwó lé yẹn?
Of course, evidence wà. Ó san fún 2 years. Ó náà ní bank statement lọ́wọ́.
But ẹ mọ̀ pé number one, Mr. Wale, ẹ mọ̀ pé wọ́n láti transfer that document ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìyàwó ló wà. So they have to also establish the fact that ìgbà tí wọ́n fẹ́ máa cohabit padà, they went back to the property developer or property owner at bank here. Okay, now we want to have a joint ownership of this property.
They don't have they don't have to do that.
All they need to prove. All they need to prove pé bọ̀bọ́ yẹn kó document jáde pé owó jáde nínú account mortgage yẹn for 2 years. And that was a mistake.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká mú wá sí Nàìjíríà.
So back to Nigeria.
How much do you think pé wọ́n fi ń ṣe divorce lẹ́kọ̀ọ́? Divorce,
I don't
No idea.
It's crazy. It's close to 700,000.
Divorce?
I'm telling you.
In Nigeria?
Yes. Normally.
Paperwork, lasso. Paperwork, lasso.
Are you for real?
I have 2 people that want to talk with Georgia, so we want to let everybody just go their separate ways. That's what lawyer is billing them in Lagos now.
That's very good.
Reason to very shady pé Nigerian law recognize divorce. So what to fair for Tony Olomu 700K wa.
Work out. Ẹ máa jọ jókòó, ẹ máa jọ sọ.
Because what I feel marriage, you know.
Mi ò gbọ́ ilé rí omi mọ̀ kó wọ́n bẹ̀ yẹn
o. I have a close person tí mo ní kó lọ tó fẹ́ lọ divorce ọkọ.
But question tá a béèrè ni pé tó bá jẹ́ pé wọ́n jọ ṣe wàhálà yẹn, question yẹn tó béèrè pé tó bá jẹ́ pé wọ́n jọ ṣe wàhálà yẹn.
That's my point. Like, how is she going to? How does she fight it? How does she fight it?
Is it documented? No. Is it documented?
No. That's why I'm asking the question. Not generating my.
Based on that question, see, Queen Good. So,
okay.
And what mo sọ based on experience and to near experience in Nigeria. Mo ti wà ní before to join. First of all, in Nigeria, our lawyer can test it, and because of what the other man said, pé okay, divorce is 700,000. Most of these things are very, very expensive. I'm going to give an example now, but many times too no. Àwọn èèyàn ní funds that lè test àwọn laws wọ̀nyẹn. There are laws guiding all these things. But first of all, tí anybody bá ti marry is ó wà ní law Nigeria, but wọn kò test ẹni. Once you are married to a man, irrespective of anything, gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ bá make in marriage yẹn, ẹ̀yin méjì ẹjọ́ ní. The other parties there, the real yẹn make sense o. But nǹkan tí mo sọ ni pé once bá ti jọ wà ń bẹ̀ báyìí, ó kọ wíìlò kò kọ wíìlò ìwọ àtẹni tó fẹ́ legally ẹjọ́ nínú. Tí máa yẹn gan bá sọ pé okay o gbogbo property mi o ẹ lọ fún ẹ lọ fún family mi or something, tó bá kú ìyàwó tó jọ wà ń bẹ̀ ó lè contest because we yẹn o lè kọ will based on many things o lè má wà on your right sense when you are writing the will or anything. Once the people made Jojo Ambe, after I sign pin-up or something, there is even pin-up in Nigeria. But I want Kiniazu pay your money at my local court every day to win that stuff. Oh my God, me and the only for Joe buy your win or anybody to low or my win. But according to the law, anybody to marry 30 berry. And funny enough, many times I'll come and say you have to do court wedding or something. Customary wedding and all those stuff. Kinigba, law Nigeria gbà wọ́n accept ẹ̀ once tẹ́ bá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ tẹ́ bá ti lọ tí nǹkan kan bá ṣẹlẹ̀ or something tó bá tẹ́yàn kan bá kú or something kò sí anyway gbogbo nǹkan tó bá jọ ní during that marriage àwọn méjèèjì wọn jọ máa bá wọn máa pín ìyàwó yẹn lè máa gé ń bẹ.
ọ̀dà olúwa sóyìn nǹkan tó ń tà láti sọ ni wípé bóyá àgbà tí wọ́n jọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ wọ́n jọ ṣe everything ni but ọkùnrin yẹn ká sọ pé bóyá ó fẹ́ lọ ra lẹ́ǹsìn orúkọ títí ẹ̀ nìkan ló kọ síbi ilẹ̀ yẹn pàtó kọ́lé tán orúkọ ẹ̀ náà ló wà ń bẹ̀ ṣé tí irú ẹ̀ tí nǹkan bá ṣẹlẹ̀ like bóyá wọ́n fẹ́ pínyà ṣé lady yẹn ṣì lè contest kó náà fight kó náà
contest. ìgbà tó wà nínú marriage yẹn ni wọ́n rà.
yes tó bá yẹ pé inú marriage yẹn náà ti rà tó bá yẹ pé even nǹkan tó bá jẹ́ inú marriage yẹn gan ti rà tó bá jẹ́ inú marriage yẹn ti rà tí lady yẹn bá ní owó tó bá nágbára ní Nàìjíríà because no tó yẹ pé ní àwọn all these abroad wọ̀nyí gbà mí àwọn obìnrin ó easy láti contact lawyer and everything Nigeria you have to pay a lot so lady yẹn máa ó lè má dàgbà láti lè fight ẹ̀ but tó bá ní will láti lè fight ilẹ̀ yẹn ó máa fight ẹ̀ tó wáyé pé even gan tó wáyé pé máa yẹn forúkọ ara ẹ̀ sí tó bá lè identify ilẹ̀ yẹn tó lè divorce ó máa pín pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ even tó ó korúkọ ẹ̀ òkò àbí tó bá korúkọ ìyá ẹ̀ sí ọ̀ tó korúkọ ẹ̀ lòmíì sí tó àìsàn tó wáyé pé orúkọ ara ẹ̀ ló wà ń bẹ̀ tó dẹ̀ fẹ́ àwọn tó dẹ̀ ṣe wedding
ó ní láti contest.
Mr. Oluwatoyin, I want to ask you a question, please.
Yeah.
So I'll just a general question. Who is the primary inheritance between a wife and a child of a dead man?
Who is what?
Who is like the primary inheritance between a wife and the child of a dead man?
The primary inheritance. Many a times, if there is no will, usually is usually the child. But if there is no will, the woman will take over till the child is 18. Many a times. Unless there is
I'm talking about a grown child. I'm talking about a grown child.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. We are saying the same thing.
So do you know that there are cases where a man wills his property to only his child and not the wife at all?
A man lose, I didn't get that.
A man wills his property, all his property to just the child and not the wife.
Depend the way.
Yes, yeah, all depend. Yeah, all possible now. Only will, but as far as your life, your no mama take it, but pay 18. But to my about
now talking about a grown-up man, yes, a grown-up child.
No, if you are talking about a grown-up child and the man wills the property,
will all the property to a grown-up child. Yes,
a grown-up child,
and not the yes, all his property to a grown-up child.
Only choice
instances like that.
Yes, now in that instance, even if yes, you are right. Even if the man will all the property to that child, the woman, because the woman is assumed because they were married, right? The woman who happened to be part of that, we also oversee. We also be part of the board. If the woman challenge that stuff, the woman might likely win. If the woman challenge everything.
Okay, so that's how to get the woman can. You're saying now that the woman can challenge.
The woman can challenge. That's what I'm saying now.
Against the primary inheritance.
Yes. I'll make you Johnny. For
that's what I'm trying to understand.
But what I'm trying to say is that we don't test the law. All these things, it takes a while. It's not something that
we are not waking up. Tell her we don't.
If you look at Bianca Ojukwu and Ojukwu.
I was about mentioning that Bianca. Oh, now.
If you look at that case, at the end of the day, Bianca won most of the stuff because
she wants all the property, including the one the husband inherited from the father.
It was part of it because she was able to test it. She was able to test the law, and she knows more about the law. Many people in Nigeria, most of the wives and everything, they don't even know. They don't even know their right. They don't know their.
No, wọ́n máa ń gbà fọ́lọ́run ni. Ṣé mọ̀ pé àwọn traditional way yẹn ni wọ́n máa ń gbà fọ́lọ́run ni. Bàtí sìn wọ́n ti wake up o, wọ́n ti dìde o. Wọ́n ti dìde o. Wọ́n ti gbà fọ́lọ́run mọ́.
Okay, ẹ má bínú now. Now, if we are talking about inheritance now. Now, if the husband bá jẹ gbèsè lẹ̀ and they marry traditionally, ṣé bàbá ọkọ ló máa bá sọ gbèsè yẹn?
láíláí bàbá kọ lè jẹ gbèsè bàbá kọ ìyàwó ló máa fọ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ńtọ́ tí àkọ́ bá kú ẹni tó bá wà nílẹ̀ ló máa jẹ gbèsè.
ókè gbèsè níyàwó lè yẹn rí ìyàwó lè yẹn rí property. na gbèsè ìyàwó fi yẹn rí.
ẹni sùúrù sí ẹ̀yin tẹsán pé bàbá ọkọ ló máa jẹ customary kínní ṣé tí ọmọ bá jẹ gbèsè lẹ̀ tí bàbá ọkọ ló máa bá san gbèsè yẹn náà.
Originated ẹ burú gan o.
ẹ jẹ́ ń bè lọ́wọ́ wọn o ìjọ dá mi lóhùn o. Madam Koko ẹ ti sùn ni.
She's not here again.
Ó ti sùn.
Ṣé máa yẹ pé gbèsè ni you think Baba Mohbad be outside you know this thing.
no
ṣe gbèsè ló wà lẹ́ẹ̀.
ẹ máa gbọ́ ìwòye ìwọ àtọkọlẹ́jọ́ jẹ́ gbèsè yẹn o ìwọ àtọkọlẹ́jọ́ jẹ́ gbèsè yẹn ẹjọ́ gbé tìgídà ni ẹjọ́ wàá san gbèsè yẹn ni mi mọ̀ ń pa ẹ̀ so but ó mọ̀ ń pa gbèsè bọ̀ ó mọ̀ ń pa property.
funny enough kéèsì Mohbad àti ìyàwó àti àwọn nǹkan tó ń ṣe ó dàbẹ̀ pé Mohbad àti gẹ́yìn wọn ò ṣe court wedding.
Wọ́n ṣe.
Ká ní wọ́n ṣe court wedding just traditional ni.
Ká ní wọ́n ṣe court wedding ni bàbá wọn ò lè ever challenge ọmọ yẹn láíláí and I will tell you why. First of all èèyàn tó lè denounce pé òun kọ́ ló ń lọ ọmọ òun ni bàbá ọmọ àwọn family ò lè denounce when it comes to marriage. There are many contractual stuff tí wọ́n lè ní when you are married. Mo lè decide láti adopt ọmọ tó ẹ pé ló wà láàrin èmi àti ìyàwó mi tó ẹ pé nobody will know. Tó bá dẹ̀ ti kú nobody can teach her as far as bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn ò sọ kó tó kú pé ọmọ mi kọ́ lọmọ lè. But the only thing tí bàbá yẹn fi ń win tó fi ń jẹ lọ ni pé most likely ó sit on the fence pé okay kò fẹ́ ọ̀wọ́n fẹ́ àwọn ìyẹn wọ́n sì máa jà lórí ẹ̀ kò fẹ́.
You see Olúwatóyìn ẹ̀ you see I need to say something that word for better for worse I feel like it applies to when you do court marriage. You see this traditional marriage.
No, traditional.
For better for worse does not apply to it. Even you are not doing so. For better for worse apply to court
marriage. For better for worse it's not even in court. It's not even in court. It's just an invention.
No, do you know why it's in court marriage, right?
No,
because you can fight anything that has to do with that marriage. You can fight it.
For now, it is for better for stay, for worse for go.
Better
for stay, for worse for go ni.
Let me give you an instance. Àwọn tó ń tà àti wọ́n mọ́ ọkọ àti àwọn tó ń tà àti wọ́n mọ́ tó rọ ọmọ tó ń ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ tó ń lọ rí dókítà tó ń ṣe everything tó ń rọ ọmọ tó wá ní ọkọ ní those sperm counts kí wọ́n máa gẹ́ẹ̀tì ọ̀dọ́ náà fún ìyàwó wá bímọ tán ọkọ wá kú bàbá kan wá jáde wá ní kò ń ṣọmọ mi pé ọmọ àlè ni ọkọ òde sọ pé ọmọ àlè lọ́mọ kò lè follow àwọn kìíní yẹn kò wà admissible in court as far as bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn kó tó kú kò sọ pé kò ń ṣọmọ ọlọ́mọ yẹn so àwọn DNA tó ń sọ yẹn is just because wọ́n kàn jà pé òkè ilé wọn fẹ́ àwọn mi mọ́bọ́mọ yẹn ṣe wá o nǹkan tí
blessing court marriage ni o to avoid rubbish.
Jẹ́ mọ̀ pé gbogbo kíkà ń sọ yìí torí pé ogún wà ńlẹ̀ ni tí ogún ò bá sí ńlẹ̀ if the guy died as a poor guy nobody is going to talk about ọmọ ẹ̀kọ́ náà ọmọ
tọ́lẹ̀ láti gbà wo ó ti tọ́lẹ̀ ó máa ti lọ.
You see with this like I said I want to just quickly shift back to what happened
for me Michael there is no adoption certificate in this case I understand but there is no even grant for any DNA. Because when the guy was alive, the guy claimed the child to be his child. So there is no point, there is no ground. See, when it comes
to narrative don't push out
when it comes to husband and wife, apart from civil courts, when it comes to legal husband and wife, apart from civil courts, you don't need your father and your mother to be involved. You don't need any family. When you go to Tobano court by Nikoyi, ní sọ pé kó lọ pé bàbá ìwà àwọn ìyá ìwà ó lè mọ̀wé ẹ̀ lọ kẹ́dẹ̀ máa rí kẹ́dẹ̀ fẹ́ra yín.
That's true.
So you don't need any family to be part but maybe civil court o pé okay civil pé ó yá wọn pa àwọn kan síbẹ̀ but when we come to legally pé okay ọmọ lílé kìíní kan there is no even ground to even do any note or anything as far as the guy said this is my child before the guy died.
No, but did Mohbad put it in writing?
It doesn't have to put it in writing.
No, they did not do court marriage. They did.
The only issue is that there was no court marriage.
So it can be contested. It can be contested. That's why Mr. Wale is laying claim.
Mr.
No,
Wale,
it's being contested
because
this thing is being contested because, like I said earlier, it's being contested because there is nothing binding the girl. The girl just keeps saying my husband. But see evidence go koini. That's why it's being contested.
No, I beg.
Sorry, Mr. Wale, wait. Are you saying they're not husband and wife because they didn't go to court? Are you saying they're not husband and wife?
No. I'm not saying they're not husband and wife. They are husband and wife.
I'm not saying there is no husband and wife. I'm saying
but
that
there is no
this thing is only Gabele. I'm saying that only
bind them together.
Mr. Wale or anyone. What are the type of marriage recognized in Nigeria?
Nígbà tá a fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ statement yìí, somebody said
talk about this
not contesting the law.
No. Let's just start from there.
Most of our parents do traditional marriage.
Oxygen. Traditional marriage is recognized under the law.
Traditional marriage,
okay.
Which is like customary
marriage, legal marriage, cost marriage is recognized under the law. But the thing is, like, if you do a court marriage,
what do you mean by what do you mean by is recognized under the law? When you do a traditional wedding, there is always a reason to contest anything if something happens. But when
is traditional marriage recognized under the law of Nigeria?
But when you do a court wedding,
let's answer that question. You answer me. Is traditional marriage recognized in Nigeria? In law of Nigeria? Yes, you are married to this person
now. Okay, so if it's recognized, they are husband and wife, right? Once they are husband and wife. But when there is dispute already, then there is cause for more concern. We
are saying the same thing. That's why I said the disadvantage of traditional marriage.
Are they husband and wife? The only
traditionally customary they are husband and wife.
Customary. Once you say it's traditional is recognized by law, and they did that law, are they not husband and wife?
They are husband and wife.
Right? They are husband and wife, right? But the only difference is that court marriage gives you the freedom. Like, it gives you the right to fight. It gives you freedom to fight.
We are not talking about property now. If there is no property,
that's what I'm saying.
Husband and wife.
Husband and wife.
If there is no property,
they are husband and wife.
So the issue of legality now comes to property inheritance. No, yes, you are right. Yes. But if there is no property, they stand as husband and wife. They are husband and wife. But if there is property, it now so we can assume if there is let's leave property out now. We can assume that Wunmi is wife of Mohbad.
Yes.
You see that assumption.
Let me tell you something. That is not even an assumption.
No, leave property out. Leave property out. That assumption leave property out. That's what I'm saying. And that's what's going on now. It needs to be Mr. Oluwatoyin, can I engage you just 1 minute? Yes. Mention the type of marriage legally admitted in Nigeria, legally allowed in Nigeria. Type of marriage in our law. Mr. Oluwatoyin.
I can mention 3.
Okay, can you go ahead, ma'am?
Islamic law, Islamic marriage, traditional marriage, which is customary marriage, and with civil marriage.
Okay, no, sir, now these 3, if you choose any one of them, are you now going to be called a wife or a husband?
A wife, of course.
See. I asked you a question and you didn't answer. I said mention the type of marriage. Now. I wanted to answer you. You went to go and browse? No, I wasn't even browsing. I wanted to the Islamic wedding and the other one that she mentioned. I wanted to categorize other one thing. But what I'm just trying to let you know, what I'm just trying to say is that even the Islamic wedding and all those things, they are legal. A Muslim can marry 4 wives, 5 wives. No. Let's leave numbers. Let's leave numbers. Mr. Oluwatoyin, let's stay on the topic. I want us to engage ourselves. I want us to learn. Now, question me. Can you mention the type of marriage legally known in Nigeria? Legally known in Nigeria. Type of marriage.
Okay, the one that is legally known in Nigeria by the law is the court wedding.
Okay, so customary marriage is not recognized in Nigerian law.
No. Oluwatoyin,
Hold on now.
Knowledge about it.
I disagree.
So you don't know what you're saying. What you just said now is very, very wrong.
I'm not
Very wrong.
Others know now. Others are also known that legally, like
wait, what you say?
Customary one
is on this phone.
What you will say is one is very stronger than each other. So I know for fact is these three.
There's nothing like stronger than each other. People should say this stronger than each other. If Wumi goes one.
Mr. J, once you put Wumi, there will be sentiments, there will be bias.
Okay. Please let me say something, please.
Choose what maybe you don't Wumi, explain. See, even if you are not married at all, if you don't do anything, once husband and wife, that's common law, you are already husband and wife.
Exactly.
Okay, now let's come back to Nigeria. In Nigerian law, in type of marital in Nigerian law, someone recognized in law.
Already confirmed that fact now.
Okay, now if we confirm the fact now, if I choose to do customary marriage, can I be called husband?
See, let me just say this straight. Hold on, let me say this straight to you. Hold on, Oluwatoyin, let me say this thing to you, right? I'll use Wumi because he's the one I know that have done customary marriage now. Wumi can go to the court today.
If you keep putting
okay, somebody that is.
Let's talk about the law.
I'm trying to say the law now. Calm down. Someone that is married traditionally, since you don't want to mention the name, someone that is married traditionally now can go to the court, and the court confirm to the person that yes, you are married by law. You are married by law. What is just there now is right. The person didn't do a court marriage. Marriage is signing of document and all of that.
Those two people who did
they are married by law.
Those two people, Mr. J, those two people who do customary, they are husband and wife, right?
They are married by law. They are husband and wife.
Are they husband and wife?
Yes, now that's the same thing I'm saying. They are married by law. They are husband and wife.
Okay, good. Now, if they don't have property to share, they are still legally recognized as husband and wife, right?
Whether they have property to share or not, they are husband and wife.
No, but that thing can be contested though. All those type of marriage that you are talking about can be contested.
Let me tell you, I've said this
you can still be contested.
Oluwatoyin.
Court marriage is what gives you the right to fight for properties and all of that, right? If you are married traditionally, you are married under the law. You are a married person, right? Then if you now go further ahead to do a court marriage aside, now you have the right to fight for things like divorce, right to fight for things like properties, right to fight for this, because now you signed under a court.
That means we've answered the question. We are all
signing under a court. Now you signed under a court.
That means we are
originated. I'm just saying, you see these three that I mentioned there. Yeah. When you do any one of it, you are automatically a wife.
Okay. But legally married.
Wait now. But because of maybe property wise and all that, you can add the civil one to it. That will make it stronger.
Well, do they share property customary way? Do they share property customary way?
It depends.
Yeah, they do.
No, but that one like Olori Ebi, head of the house.
No, it can be contested. The only one you cannot contest wants to do the court. Anybody can contest that one. Even
under the customary law, under the customary law, it depends on what you can.
But do you know that even Quran tells us how we can share property.
Who cares? That is one.
Exactly.
It can be contested. All those things can still be contested.
You can still contest the one in the Quran?
Yes.
Let me make Mr. Oxygen, let me make an example for you, right? I know you don't want me to use Wumi's case as an example, but that's the only example I can think of
I don't want to
right
hear
now.
Wumi. Yeah.
I just still want to make an example regardless, right? Okay, now, when a husband dies, right, in all those, mostly in traditional marriage, it's the Olobi that shares the property and all of that, right? So if the Olobi shares the property now, mind you, they didn't do any court marriage. If the Olobi shares the property and the wife of the husband maybe the wife of the husband feels cheated or doesn't agree with this thing, do you know the wife of the husband has the right to involve a lawyer into that property sharing?
Have we seen it happen, or we are just thinking it should be?
So my corner is I will still.
Tell me, Michael, let me please.
Wait,
Emma, waste time.
Any sùúrù ó béèrè question ni. No, kò ṣe argument, ó béèrè question ni. Tell me, Michael, please, guys, please, I'm begging you, please give me a few minutes. Ẹ jẹ́ fún answer. See, if boyfriend and girlfriend, kó tó di pé they can even share anything together. It depends on the years that jọ gbé pọ̀. It's not just boyfriend, girlfriend, normal boyfriend and girlfriend. Ẹ ti jọ gbé pọ̀ tó jẹ́ pé ẹ ti jọ ń gbé tó ti di bí bóyá 5-10 years. 10 years.
No, 6 months new.
6 months, right? Okay. So ìgbà yẹn ló lè máa claim kí náà pé but tó lè bóyá o lè contest fún tó bá lọ sí court.
Even without legal documents showing that they are husband and wife.
Without legal document normal ti jọ pé don ti ṣe property pọ̀ ó sì lè claim o.
Ó lè claim sẹ́ tó bá ti jọ ń wà papọ̀.
Tó ti jọ wà papọ̀. Tí wọn bá ti ṣe kankan gan tó lọ ṣe kí náà pé tó wá fẹ́ pínyà.
Legality dey be consult. Ó lè claim because anybody can be husband and wife. You can claim that.
Oxygen.
But my point is,
Mr. Oxygen, so I want to throw this question at you, right? I know we're not supposed to. I'm trying to. When I talk, I like using examples as my point, right?
Yeah.
So I want to throw this question at you. In this whole case of, I'm not talking about justice and all of that, but in this whole case of Mohbad, now normally they did a traditional wedding. So normally, right, the head of the house for traditional marriage is supposed to share the properties, right? Mm-hmm. If Baba Mohbad, and that is the main reason why him is feeling entitled because it's a traditional marriage they did. So now as the head of the house, if he shares the property, right, and he shares the property in a way that doesn't favor, in a way that Wunmi doesn't like or any of that, are you telling me that Wunmi does not have a right to involve a lawyer into the property sharing?
Ó ti involve lawyer náà tẹ́lẹ̀.
I'm telling you that because she involved the lawyer.
Any suru.
Let me land my point.
Let's be fair to Baba. In all interview he has done, which shall be fair to him, he said, I am not even interested in property.
So what's the interested?
But
what is after is he wants to know what by his son. Even when they ask him, for now.
Oxygen, but you heard me talk today.
Originated. I believe
Oxygen. I want to now say one final thing. So to round up what I was saying, Wunmi is able to now involve a lawyer because she's legally married to Mohbad. But she didn't do a court wedding that now she has right to some stuff, right? But she's able to involve a lawyer because she's legally married to this person. This person is her husband. So I'm just trying to let you understand the fact that traditional marriage is a legal marriage in Nigeria.
I'm not contesting that.
Maybe I'm not choosing the right word. I'm not contesting it. It is, you are right. But I think I'm just looking at it, in place of law.
It's just that doing a court marriage gives you additional rights.
When it comes to things like this,
that's what you will say.
It can be contested. I mean, anybody.
That's what I'm saying. Court marriage gives you additional rights.
Okay, now what you guys are saying now is that even if you are married legally by courts, the family of the deceased can still contest the property with you.
No, that would be very difficult. Very, very difficult. Very, very, very difficult. Trust me. Very, very, very difficult. If the woman can go to the extent and test the law, that would be very, very difficult.
But why is she testing the law when there's no contest?
I have someone who experienced it, and she won. She won everything. And let me tell you the story. Let me give you the story. This is what happened. This man married another. This man married someone, right? And ó married legally. And tó fẹ́ yẹn wá ṣe mọ́, wọ́n fi àwọn lẹ̀. Years ago, ó ti pẹ́ gan, years ago, wọ́n fi àwọn lẹ̀.
Mr. J, Mr. J, ẹ ń sọ̀rọ̀ síta o.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. So this man, ó fẹ́yàn, ó ti fẹ́yàn kan tẹ́lẹ̀. Ẹni tó kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ yẹn, ẹni yẹn ò bímọ fún. So nǹkan tó wá ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé wọ́n wá fi àwọn lẹ̀, but ó fẹ́ yẹn ní ṣùlọ́ka ó fẹ́ legally. So nígbà tí wọ́n wá fi àwọn lẹ̀, kò wá divorce dáadáa. Like wọ́n start court proceeding, wọ́n finalize divorce yẹn. Ó wá fẹ́ lómi. The woman tó wá fẹ́, ó wá bímọ mẹ́rin fún. And the first parent tó fẹ́ yẹn ò bímọ fún. Woman yẹn wá bímọ mẹ́rin fún. Ìgbà tó wọ́n ṣe woman yẹn wá kú. Now the man ó náwó ńgbà tó wà láyé, ó ní property, ó ní everything. So àwọn ọmọ yẹn kàn ìgbà bàbá wọn ti kú, àwọn ló máa wà in charge àwọn property bàbá wọn and everything. Wọ́n á ní kókè ó wá fẹ́ pín ogún and everything. That first woman tí wọ́n tó ẹ pé kò bá jìyà kò bá ṣe anything, the woman came and the woman started claiming pé òun ṣì wà legally married pẹ̀lú máa yẹn. Of which this second person tí máa yẹn fẹ́ wọ́n ṣe wedding náà o. It's even is like ó ṣe wedding pẹ̀lú ó ṣe everything pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ ó tún lọ court pẹ̀lú ẹ̀. But the fact pé ìyẹn ló kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ kò divorce yẹn properly